For a lot of people, anime is the best way to escape from the real world problems. But honestly, nothing gets you more involved in the world than a well-written romance. We're just out there looking for love, right? Nothing to be ashamed of. But until we found our true soulmate, congrats to those who already have, we might as well watch the whatever romantic stories anime has to offer. I am Patrick from WeebTV, and on today's video I will show you the top 10 romance anime that you have to watch in 2022. Without further ado, let's start the list. At number 10 we have Inu Xbaku Secret Service. Reilichiro Shiraken is a sheltered daughter of a round family. With her petite build and wealthy status, Reilichiro has been a protected and dependent girl her entire life. But now she has decided to change that. There is just one problem: the young girl has a sharp tongue she can control and terrible communication skills. With some help from childhood friend, Reilichiro takes up residence in the mansion of Ayakashi, a secluded high-security apartment complex that, as the unsociable 15-year-old soon discovers, is home to a host of bizarre individuals. Furthermore, their personalities are not the strangest things about them. Each inhabitant of the mansion of Ayakashi, including Reilichiro, is actually half human, half yokai. But Reilichiro's trouble have only just begun. As a requirement of staying in her new home, she must be accompanied by a Secret Service agent. Reilichiro's new partner, Soshi Mikikatsumi, is handsome, quiet, but ridiculously clingy and creepily submissive. With Soshi, her new supernatural neighbors, and the beginning of high school, Reilichiro definitely seems to have a difficult path ahead of her. At number 9 we have Kazeno Stigma. Kazuma Yagami is a user of Fujutsu, the ability to control the wind. He returned to his old home, the noble Kanagi household, after being banished 4 years ago for his inability to control fire and his defeat in the duel at the hands of his younger cousin Ayano. Returning after such a brutal exile already gives rise to many conflicts, but to make matters worse, several Kanagi family members have recently been murdered with Fujutsu. This leads the Kanagi family, including the hot-headed Ayano, to suspect Kazuma as the culprit. Now Kazuma must not only clear his name but also aid the family he shares a mutual hatred with in order to discover the true identity of the killer. At number 8 we have Goseek. Kazuya Koju is a foreign student at St. Marguerite Academy, a luxurious boarding school in the southern European country of Seoul. Originally from Japan, his jet black hair and dark brown eyes cause his peers to shun him and give him the nickname Black Reaper, based on the popular urban legend about the traveler who brings death in the spring. On a day like any other, Kujo visits the school library in search of ghost stories. However, his focus soon changes as he becomes curious about a golden strand of hair on the stairs. The steps lead him to a large garden and a beautiful doll-like girl known as Victorique, whose complex and imaginative foresight allows her to predict their futures. With more mysteries quickly developing, including the appearance of a ghost ship and an alchemist with the power of transmutation, Victorique and Kojo, bound by the fate and their unique skills, have no choice but to rely on each other. At number 7 we have Our Chant Can't Study. As an innocent child, Aoi Hori would proclaim the origin of her name without any hesitation. Now that she is in high school, she is determined to study hard in order to one day escape the influence of her father, a famous erotic author. However, when the amiable Takumi Kijima confesses to Hori, her mind runs with wild, scandalous thoughts. Moans eager to escape, legs crossing and a warmth spreading through her body, Hori cannot help but to misconstrue Kijima's rather pure motivations. To make things worse, no matter how hard she tries to ward off Kijima, his advances do not stop. At number 6 we have A Silent Voice. As a wild, youth elementary school student, Shoya Ishida sought to beat boredom in the most cruelest ways. When the deaf Shouko Nishimiya transfers into his class, Shoya and the rest of his class bully her for fun. However, when her mother notifies the school, he is singled out and blamed for everything done to her. With Shouko transferring out of school, Shoya is left at the mercy of his classmates. He is heartlessly ostracized all throughout elementary and middle school while teachers turn a blind eye. Now in his third year of high school, Shoya is still plagued by his wrongdoings as a young boy. Sincerely regretting his past action, he sets out on a journey of redemption to meet Shoko once more and make amends. The next on our list, at number 5, we have Golden Time. Due to a tragic accident, Banri Tada is struck with amnesia, dissolving the memories of his hometown and the past. However, after befriending Mitsuo Yanigasawa, he decides to move on and begin a new life at law school in Tokyo. But just as he is beginning to adjust to his college life, the beautiful Koko Kaga dramatically barges into Banri's life, and their meeting marks the beginning of an unforgettable year. After having a glimpse of college life, Banri learns that he is in a new place and a new world. A place where he can be reborn, have new friends, fall in love, make mistakes and grow. And as he begins to discover who he was, the path he has chosen leads him towards a bright life that he will never want to forget. At number 4 we have Love Tyrant. When a strange girl named Guri comes knocking at Seiji's Ayano's door, he quickly finds himself thrust into a world of romantic troubles. Claiming that she will die if he doesn't kiss someone within 24 hours, Guri's pleas of desperation are misunderstood as pleas of love, leading Seiji to kiss the cute stranger that came barging into his house. In actuality, it turns out this cosplaying Cupid is the wielder of a kiss note in which any pairing of names she writes will kiss and become a couple. Guri explained that she misspelled and accidentally wrote Seiji's name while indulging in her yoi fantasies, but because she had yet to pair him with anyone, the kiss was meaningless. Even worse, Guri reveals that if Seiji is not coupled with anyone soon, not only will she die, but Seiji will remain a virgin for eternity. Eager to escape his fate, Seiji sets his sight on a beautiful and popular Akane Hiyama. But after Akane hears that he has kissed Guri, she reveals the obsessive and psychopathic feeling that she holds for the unfortunate boy and proceeds to attack them. In the confusion, Guri is able to pair Seiji with Akane in the kiss note, temporarily saving Seiji from any further bodily harm. But to complicate matters, Guri's newfound feelings lead her to also pair the two of them with herself. Just when the situation could not get any more convoluted, this new coupling with Guri has turned Seiji and Akane into temporary angels, forcing them into assisting the Cupid with her work of pairing humans. With all semblance of normality snatched from his life, Seiji gets to work at matchmaking with these eccentric girls by his side. At number 3 we have Shugugan no Shanna. The world has become a slaughtering ground for the Crimson Denizens, mysterious beings from the parallel universe who thrive on the life energy of humans. These merciless murderers only leave behind scant reminders of souls called torches, which are mere residues that will eventually be destroyed along with the very fact of the victim's existence from the minds of the living. In an ambitious endeavor to put an end to this invincible hungry massacre, warriors called Flame Hazes relentlessly fight these monsters. One fateful day, Yuji Sakai ceases to be a regular high schooler. He becomes trapped in a crevice of time and is suddenly attacked by a denizen. Coming to his rescue just in the nick of time is the nameless hunter who seems no different from any ordinary young girl except for her blazing eyes and burning crimson hair. However, before Yuji can learn anything more about his situation, he discovers that he has already been reduced to a torch, merely a scrap of memory waiting to be extinguished. Second on our list we have Love and Lies. In a futuristic society, Japan has implemented a complex system referred to as the Red Threads of Science to encourage successful marriages and combat increasingly low birth rates. Based on the compatibility calculation, young people at the age of 16 are assigned marriage partners by the government, with severe repercussions awaiting those who disobey the arrangement. For Yukari Nejima, a teen that considers himself average in every way, this system might be his best shot at living a fulfilling life. However, motivated by his infatuation for his classmate and longtime crush Misaki Takasaki, Yukari defies the system and confesses his love. After some initial reluctance, Misaki reciprocates his feelings in a moment of passion. Unfortunately, before the two can further the relationship, Yukari receives his marriage notice. He is then thrown into a confusing web of love and lies when his less than thrilled assigned partner Ririna Sanada becomes fascinated with his illicit romance. And finally, at number 1 we have I Want to Eat Your Pancreas. The protagonist, a bookworm who is deeply detached from the world he resides in. He has no interest in others and is firmly convinced that nobody has any interest in him either. His story begins when he stumbles across a handwritten book titled Living with Dying. He soon identifies it as a secret diary belonging to his popular bubbly classmate Sakura Yamauchi. She then confides in him about the pancreatic disease she is suffering from and that her time left is finite. Only her family knows about her terminal illness, not even her best friends are aware. Despite this revelation, he shows zero sympathy for her plight, but caught in the waves of Sakura's persistent buoyancy, he eventually concedes to accompanying her for her remaining days. As the pair of polar opposites interacts, their connection strengthens. Her apparent nonchalance and unpredictability disrupts the protagonist's impulsive flow of life, gradually opening his heart as he discovers and embraces the true meaning of living.
So that was it for today. If you enjoyed it, please leave a like, also subscribe to the channel. If you do it, I can guarantee that you will find your significant other in 2022. Stay tuned for the next week's video where I will show you the top 10 ecchi anime that you need to watch. I can guarantee you will enjoy it. Put down in the comment section down below your favorite romance anime. For me, it was Golden Time. If you start looking for anime recommendation, you can see the other videos on the channel. I was Patrick from UTV. I hope you have a nice day. See you next time. Bye bye.